G'day everybody, welcome to Zombie Bites Everything. That's some GTA today. I did try a new game today on the channel. I tried Crime Boss. That's not too bad. A little bit to get used to. But yeah, I'll get there. You might be able to hear Bonsai JR in the background there. He's playing Halo with some friends. You might be able to hear him. Got his stream open. G'day LSB, how you going, mate? Hope you're doing well. G'day Seven, how you going, mate? I was just looking through some of the footage we got the other night of the bounty hunting stuff. Bounty hunter stuff. I'm going through it, and it says that you shoot the chick with the fucking stun gun, and a big pile of blood comes out from underneath her like she's dead. And I'm thinking, oh, did we kill her? And then, nope, the next clip has her in the back of the car being taken to the Bonds agency. So no, we didn't. But damn, it looks like we killed her in the video clip. Kind of misleading. So that Rockstar footage can sometimes add in certain effects that weren't really in the game when you first played it, because it just assumes. I hope you're all doing all right. Let me just blow my nose quickly. It's a cliffhanger moment. It is like that, you know, because you're trying to shoot the right people and you're not trying to shoot your target. And you can shoot her a couple of times. She won't die straight away. I've shot them before, and I've never had them die as long as they've got bodyguards alive still. They got bodyguards alive, they haven't died on me. As soon as the bodyguards all die, that's when they all die. Oh, I just went the wrong one, didn't I? I think I did. I think I just went the wrong one. Thanks for the plug. Yeah, no worries, mate. You're kind of a winner and a loser when you get plugged by my channel. It's like, yay, a channel plugged me, but it was this Zombie Bites Everything, so, you know. It was that zombie dickhead, so, you know, yeah. You probably lose five subs every time I plug someone, they probably lose 5 subs. I'm in an invite only. For some reason it put me here and not in my... Alright. My thingy should be... Sorry, mate. Let me get out your way. Spawn location. No, it should be. It should be casino. Should have been casino, but for some reason it wasn't. What's everybody's plans for today? I know it's midday for most people, around the midday area, you know. It's 2 o'clock for me, so it's either, 2 o'clock for most of the people in America. It might even be 10 o'clock, depending on where they are. Might even be midday. I watched a presidential debate last night, or not last night, the night before with Topeka. Fuck, that was hilarious. I like when people are talking about it though. You get these videos pop up after you watch a debate. You get videos pop up related to it, and you'll get people going, "This person performed like this, and this person performed like that," and I just leave straight away. It's like, stop using the word perform. Performance, perform. It's a debate, not a fucking. It's not a show. It's not a fucking thing like TV or a movie or a stage play or anything like that. Stop using the words perform. It really fucking. It sinks into my head that it's just not anything. It's just a show. A shit show. Jesus Christ. Now, I have some opinions as an outsider looking in. Now, as an outsider looking in, if I was just going by the debate itself, while I struggled to sometimes understand the sentence that Joe Biden was putting forth, because he'd ramble a little bit and stumble across his words a little bit, and he'd say the wrong thing, but he'd correct himself whenever he could. Just because I struggled to understand what the fuck he was going on about, and I could understand what Trump was talking about, does not mean that I agree with Trump. I might be able to understand what someone's saying when they're a crackpot, but that's just it. As an outsider looking in, damn, none of them. If you're a Republican and you think, yeah, my boy Trump, he did it, he killed it. No, he didn't. He looked like a fucking idiot. Just be honest with yourself, at least. Alright? He said some shit that wasn't fucking true. So while he may have been clearer, it just meant that the bullshit was clearer to understand. And if you're a Biden supporter and you think, yeah, my boy killed it, no, he didn't. He struggled to actually speak. And if you were actually wanting a leader, you want your leader to be clear and direct, not stumbling around. So I've seen the thingies on both sides now coming out. That's why I said if you believe your boy killed it, it's because both sides have been coming out with, little clips of how their boy killed it, how Biden killed it, or how Biden destroyed Trump, or how Trump destroyed Biden. You know, it's like, no. That's not what happened at all. That didn't happen at all. The fuck were they watching? Look, if you were to base everything, if you were to base your vote just on that debate, foolish. You need more information. And you can't just go, look, you can do whatever you want, it's your vote, but when Trump was saying the whole world's laughing at us because of Joe Biden. No. As a fucking outsider, now I can have an opinion. As an outsider, I'm not laughing, okay? I'm not laughing. I don't think it's funny, okay? As an outsider, I don't think it's funny at all. But what I will say is there was nothing, I haven't seen any real issues from Biden or anybody before. I haven't seen no real big issues from Biden. I haven't seen no real big issues from Obama or even Bush for that matter. And, yeah, I know, outsider, I get it. But I've seen some big issues from fucking Trump. Trump said things and had people follow that just was stupid. I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again. The mask mandate. You know, all the people that were going on about Biden and the fucking mask mandates and all that sort of stuff. It's like, COVID happened when Trump was there, right? Mask mandates were happening when Trump was around. He was the one saying, no, you don't have to. There was mask mandates. They were around. The whole world was using mask mandates. It wasn't just a Trump thing or a Biden thing. That's the thing that's stupid about it. Every other country that, there's the thing, is some of I get it. I'm an outsider. It makes it so, you're an outsider. What the fuck you know? What the fuck you talking about? And I get it. But when the question, Trump opened the door for this subject matter by saying the rest of the world is laughing at us. All right. I'm not the rest of the world, but I do reside in the rest of the world that isn't America. And most of us were laughing, thinking, look at this clown. The fuck? He's going to get people killed if he keeps talking like this. If he doesn't pull those fucking other Republicans' heads in, he's going to get the rest of he's going to get people killed. America had the highest death rate for COVID, according to the statistics. Now, I don't know who does the statistics, and I suppose if you get a Republican to do the statistics, he'll say that, they'll probably change. But from the CDC and from other government organisations around the world that were also reporting deaths, the masks worked. When India has less deaths, and there's a problem. Nothing I'm going to say is going to change anybody's minds or anything like that. And of course, most of the stuff I say is tongue in cheek, just made as a joke. I'm not trying to change anybody's minds or anything like that. You know, I don't care. People can believe what they want to believe. They can do with their vote whatever they want to do with their vote. You know. If I could change people's opinions, and if I was targeting America as America was the place where I wanted to change some opinions, I'd be tackling other problems like gun control. I don't care. I don't care about gun control. No, our country figured out a way to do it. Other countries figured out a way to do it. Slowed down the deaths related to guns. You know, there's still gun deaths. Don't get me wrong. We still have guns in Australia. That's another misconception. I've had this discussion with people before, and most of them have been from America, and the same thing. I get the same thing. It's like, yeah, but you guys don't even have guns. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course we got guns. Oh, yeah, but you're not allowed to have them. Yes, we are. We just made a law that basically said we're not going to give fully automatic weapons to mental people. Or to anybody that can't give us a very good reason on why we need them. If you go, oh, I want an AR-15, our government will go, all right, what's your reason? I want to shoot kangaroo. They'll go, fuck off, mate. Here's a rifle. You don't need a fucking AR-15 to shoot a kangaroo. And then someone will go, yes, I do. I need it for hunting. And then Australians will just go, you do realise that people have been hunting kangaroos with fucking spears for years, mate? They're not a fucking military tank. And even if they were a fucking tank, your AR-15 ain't going to do fuck all. Or give me armour-piercing rounds then. No. What do you need armour-piercing rounds for? You think Skippy's running around with a flat jacket? Okay, so that rules out anybody needing AR-15s for hunting. So if anybody goes, but I need it for hunting deer. No, you don't. People were hunting deers with bows before fucking guns were even around. But again, as much as I would like to see some news that coming out of America doesn't involve mass shootings, I don't care enough to actually do anything about it. Nah, it's not my problem. That's people in America's problem. They're the ones that got to... My voice doesn't mean anything. I'm not a citizen. So my voice doesn't mean anything. That's up to the people in America. They got to stand up and use their voice. But I do like politics. Believe it or not, I actually do like politics. I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating how it changes people. I find it fascinating how people have such short memories about things. You know, I find it fascinating how politicians will blatantly lie to your face and people will go, yeah, that sounds all right. I find it fascinating. Politics. I find discussing politics and discussing religion both fascinating. I don't have a personal stake in either. You know, I don't even vote in Australia. I don't have to. Yeah, there'll be some people that go, you have to fucking vote. No, I don't. I've been taken off the electoral roll. I don't have to vote. The electoral roll is what you apply to be able to get the right to vote. You don't just automatically have to vote. You have to register to vote. If you don't register, you don't have to vote. Simple as that. So I'm not registered to vote. I used to be, but I got myself taken off that. That's why I get to make jokes. Because people go, well, if you don't like it, you should have voted. And it's like, no. I don't like the choices you guys made. There's never a box that says none of the above. That's right. The movie Brewster's Millions made more sense to me when it come to politics than any other fucking thing that I've ever seen. You know, vote none of the above. They're all jerks. The debate was hilarious because so many times Trump would waste his time. He'd say a comment and he'd get told, you got 80-something seconds left, you got 60-something seconds left. And he'd just go back in to talking about the same shit. And it's like, you're going to answer the actual question that was put to you? Biden did the same thing. But see, when Biden did it, he did a little bit more, he added something to it that made it a little bit more different than the way Trump did it. Trump's way of doing it was, I'll praise myself and put Joe Biden down. I'll praise myself and put Joe Biden down. I'll praise myself and put Joe Biden down. Joe Biden never praised himself. He never once praised himself. He never said he was the best or anything like that. Joe Biden didn't actually argue with Trump when Trump was saying, yeah, but those people are wrong when they said I was the worst president. He just ended up saying, well, that's the committee that voted on it, and that was their vote. You don't have to believe it. You can disagree with it, but that's what they voted. They voted it, not me. They voted it. The people that know what they're talking about voted it. Now, I know that it's a touchy subject for people, and I'm not trying to get anybody to tell me their opinions either way. You know, some people, like I said, some people aren't comfortable talking about politics. Some people aren't comfortable talking about religion because they feel like, most of the time it's because whenever they speak to anybody about religion or politics, they end up in an argument. And they feel like they alienate themselves, or the people they're speaking to alienates themselves. You know, so they don't like talking about it. They like to have their own beliefs, and they don't like talking about it. And that is 100% fine. I totally get that. But like I said, I find it fascinating because it's interesting. It's interesting the way people read between the lines as well. You know, how these people... Trump had a strong... he fucking creamed Joe Biden. He killed Joe Biden in that debate. No, he fucking didn't. Yeah, he said words that you could actually understand some of them. He wasn't mumbly as Joe Biden. Yeah, I'll give Trump that. Didn't mean he made any sense. Didn't mean he was speaking the truth. We've all seen crackheads before. Can understand every single word the crackhead's saying. We just can't understand what it means in the sentence that the crackhead put it in. Well, Trump was exactly the same as that. I could understand every single word he said, but I couldn't understand how it fucking fit in the sentence he was saying. This is weird. But that's our short memory thing. People got short memories. They forget. Now, I might joke around and say, if you vote for Trump, you're foolish, and if you vote for Biden, you know, I personally don't like either. I said it the other day. I said when when Trump and Hillary Clinton were going up for the presidency, there was someone else in that running that was running for it as well who had just as many points as everybody else. But they'd always be, when the news reporters reported on it, that had the top fucking 6 candidates or whatever down the bottom, and they'd have Trump and Biden at, depending on which news one you went to. If you went to, like CNN, one of the ones that are, people say are Democratic news. If you went to them, they'd always have Biden at the front, then then Trump, Hillary, then Trump, and then whoever the other people were. And they'd always put this other person who had numbers bigger or just as big or right up there than the other people that were candidates. They'd always put him dead last. And the same was with the Fox News, who are pretty much primarily Trump supporters. And they'd put Trump first, and they'd put Biden, and then they would have this other guy dead last and other people in between that had small numbers. It was designed so then your eyeballs would see the two big numbers, Hillary and Trump, and then you see all the small numbers, and you wouldn't even focus on the other guy who was also winning he was doing just as good as Trump and Biden. Fewer points less. But if they had promoted him a bit better and put him at the beginning, like right next to Trump and Hillary, if he had done that, then everybody would have realised they had more choices. And that was the problem. Everybody felt like they had, well, these are the only two we got. It's like, no, there was other people. Now in Australia, we have some simple rules. Anybody can be a politician. Well, that's the same as America. Except you're not allowed to have a criminal record. You see, having a criminal record means that you probably didn't follow the rules. And if you can't follow the rules, why should anybody trust you? Seems simple enough. We might say it even to our kids. Well, that kid's always in trouble. He's always got detention. I might not want you hanging out with that kid, because if he keeps getting detention and can't follow the rules, how am I going to know my child is safe around that child? These are things we use in our daily thing. We say straight out, if that person can't follow the rules, why should we expect him to follow these rules? That doesn't happen in America. Or at least, I've not seen anything that says or suggests that happens in America when it comes to politics. When it comes to politics, it might happen in other organisations, but for other things, yeah, fine. And then people would go, that's normal. And Trump should automatically be out because of the charges he got found guilty of. He should automatically be out. And there's stupid people out there should automatically have their right to vote taken away. Ask them, do you think Hunter Biden should be indicted? And when they go, yes, go, all right, return your fucking voting rights over there. You're no longer allowed to vote. Oh, why not? Because you can only indict. You can't indict. You can't indict those. You don't understand the basic criminal law. Maybe you shouldn't be in charge of a country. Or maybe they should. What do I know? All I can say is it was fucking hilarious. It was hilarious to watch it. I watched it all in full. Me and Topeka, we sat back and watched it all in full. And that debate. And then to see the stuff come out straight afterwards, we're like, geez, did these people watch the same one? I really do think some people thought they were watching the one that just happened and might have been watching one from the last election. I think that might have happened. Excuse me. Which is fine. That's just a simple mistake. You know, people got the wrong one. It happens. But, yeah. To be fair, I couldn't find anything on both of them. I was thinking both of them looked like clowns up there. I can understand one clown more than I can understand the other clown. But that's because I think that about most politics. I'm like that with most politicians. I like making fun of them. I like making fun of politics. I think it has heard my door open or close. If people think that, oh yeah, you're picking on America. No, I'm not picking on Americans. I'm picking on the politicians. It might look like I'm picking on Americans every now and then, but I'm not. And a couple of days ago, I did a whole bit about sitting there doing a bit that saying, you know, Vladimir Putin stands for Putin in his bum, you know, implying that Vladimir Putin's gay and he likes men. And I even said, come fight me with your fucking shirtless body on a fucking horse, you dumb fuck. So, you know, I don't care. Clearly, I don't give a shit. I'm just, you know. And I'd beat Vladimir Vlad in a fight too. Come to Australia, I'll beat you in a fight. I know some people might be thinking, oh yeah, but he rode shirtless on a horse. And I've seen photos and videos of him doing kung fu and all that sort of bullshit. Yeah. We still have guns here in Australia. I'll just shoot the prick. And I don't think anybody would actually fucking give two shits either. My country certainly wouldn't do anything about it. Oh yeah, they'd be a little pissed. They'd be like, Jesus Christ, you started a fucking war now. It's like, yeah, but we got NATO. You know, all those countries that are in NATO, they're our allies. Russia's not in that. So they don't get no support. And besides, if fucking Vlad was to come over here to Australia and go, I wish to fight a man who make fun of me on YouTube video. You know, come on, you're a pussy. No, he make fun of me and say me homosexual and do things with boy. No, I suspected you fucking men. But we can go down that route too if you want, Vlad. Remember all those years ago? Vlad had that, Mr. Putin, Vladimir Putin in his bum had that fucking photo of himself released while he's on a horse with no shirt on. And there was all those women out there and they were going, oh yes, he's way better. He looks hot, yummy, yummy, and all that sort of shit. I bet they feel stupid now. They're the same people that would probably go, oh, he's sexy, he's cute. What's your name? Ted Bundy. Can I get in your car? Yeah, alright. I'm not blaming the victim. I'm just saying that some people go by looks before they go by anything else. It's like, and what's that other ferret? That North Korean ferret. The one that runs North Korea. What's his fucking name? Kim Jong-un? Or fucking fucked up haircut? What's his name? Who fucking cares what his name is? His name's not important. We'll just call him the ferret from North Korea. Everyone knows who we're talking about. Now my question is, when Trump, Putin and the ferret from North Korea get in the same bed, who's in the middle? Who's spooning who? Is Trump the little spoon or is he going to be the big spoon? Is Putin in the middle? Is Trump inside Putin and Putin's inside the ferret? Or is the ferret in the middle and the ferret's inside Trump and Putin's inside the ferret? There's so many different combinations. Oh, well, not really. There's only about like 2,400. But anyway, the point is, it's... I was about to say there's a lot to take in there, but with Trump and that, probably not. What kind of a fucking president gets upset because of porn star? He's like, oh, he has a little mushroom dick. Oh, my dick is perfect. My penis is perfect. It's perfect size. It's actually bigger than average. Dude, if you want to say you didn't sleep with her, just say, how would she know? I've never touched a woman. Just say that. You give it away by saying, no, it's not small, it's actually this. So she knows what your penis looks like then. Just say, how would she know? You fucking dingus. Fucking idiot. I've seen a couple of those MAGA people talking about, but Trump never slept with her. Trump never slept with her. It's like, no, he clearly did. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He got defensive about some kind of a president goes, I'm going to get defensive about schoolroom fucking high school shit about who's got the biggest dick and all that sort of shit. It literally became a big dick competition. So we're not laughing, like the whole world isn't laughing at Joe Biden. Me personally, I'm laughing because of Trump. It's shit like that he says that makes me giggle the hardest. Like, dude, why didn't you just say, how would she know what my penis looks like? I've never slept with a woman. That's all he had to do was just say that. It worked for Michael Jackson. That's what he said. How would a kid know what my balls look like? I've never touched him. And people were like, yeah, that makes sense. We love Michael. We love Michael. Now that Stormy Daniels that was involved in all that, look, she's a fucking turd too. Don't get me wrong, she's a turd as well. You got paid to shut up and then you spoke about it? You're a fucking turd. You got paid to shut your mouth. You accepted the money and said, yeah, all right, I'll shut my mouth. Then proceeded to open it. I don't know the reasons why she opened it. just to know that she did. And she came out and said all that shit in her book, her tell-all book, and, you know, other times. So, you know. And what kind of fucking woman is she? She a skank anyway. I'm sorry. There was no way in hell she didn't know who Trump was, which means there was no way in hell she didn't know that he was a married man. Which means she did what she did knowing full well he was a married man. Which makes her a skank. Oh, just pointing that out in case people think I'm just doing the Trump bashing here. No, she's a fucking skank too because she knew he was married. She didn't want to fucking. There's already bad reputation for fucking for porn stars in the first place. People already think they have no morals, and she just went and just screwed a fucking big screw into that pooch and just went, yeah, we do have bad morals. See, we'll fuck your husbands. And you can pay us to shut up. We won't tell anybody about it. But we can't even keep that promise because we're skanks. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. That's what I'm saying. I like politics and I like religion because it's fucking hilarious. Let's go this one here. I know there might be people that might pop in halfway through and hear me say some of this shit and think that I'm one of those type of channels and then leave. That's fine. That's fine. I might even lose followers because of some of the shit I say. And that's fine too. Along with freedom of speech comes freedom of choice. Wow. As long as that choice is not involving a baby. Now, when it comes to women's rights on keeping babies or anything to do with women's health, I'm going to stick the fuck out of that one because I'm not a female. I know. Why don't you stay out of politics too? You're not a politician. No, but I could be a politician if I wanted to. There's nothing I could do that would ever make me a female. Yeah, the surgery and all that and just identify as one. Yeah, that doesn't make you a female. That just makes you a male who thinks that they're a female. There's a difference. Your biology's still the same. Hey, I get 2 transvestites that have had the full fucking job done. Penis removed, vaginas removed, sewn up, whatever. Get the whole fucking job done. Stick them on a fucking island and say, make children. It's never gonna happen. I don't know why it made me spawn at that other spot. Shouldn't have. But oh yeah, I got no say when it comes to women's rights. So Beaker's family tried that with us. You know, maybe you should give the baby up for adoption. Or you could have an abortion. But do you know, in the eyes of God, an abortion is murder? Abortion's murder. I looked over the Bible. I couldn't find anything that said abortion was murder. I found things that said murder was murder. G'day, Faster Moon. How you going, mate? Had your stream playing in the background the other day while I was editing. I had to turn it down a bit so I could hear what I was editing. But yeah, had you playing in the background. How's life going for you, Faster Moon? I was going to call you Moon because Faster Moon just seems like doing good, just chilling. Awesome. Every time I say Faster Moon, I sound like I'm saying someone's whole name. He got the name because he was the quickest in the car to pull his pants down and share his cheeks to the world and then pull his pants back up. He was the fastest Moon there was. You might be able to hear JR in the background. He's live at the moment. There's his link. In case anybody wants to go over there and check him out. He's playing Halo. I can't remember which Halo game. Let me have a look. It might say in the title. Halo 2. Multiverse, that's like Warner Brothers version of Smash Bros. Yeah, I've seen Multiverse. I think I even played it. I don't think I streamed it though. But I think I played it. I think I played it with my mate Wolf. He was like, download it, it's free. I think it was the one that was free. Or there was a trial or something. And I downloaded it. It's where like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and all that, and you're fighting each other, and one starts one side of the screen, the other starts the other side of the screen, something like that. Picturing from memory, that might be a different game. He was on Twitch and I stream on YouTube. So I think when he was streaming on Twitch, I just played with him. I didn't stream myself. I used to play Fortnite a lot, and then people got too stupid with it. You know? They didn't make it fun for me anymore. Got to be careful you phrase it like that. I phrased it like that in this chat room one time, and someone was like, "That's because you sucked at Fortnite." It's like, no, I didn't suck at Fortnite. I mean, I wasn't the best, but I didn't suck. You're only saying you're only saying this because of that, and because of this, and because of that. It's like, no. It stopped being fun for me, not because of all the toxic people, because you can mute them. So people I was watching. Most of the people I was watching, if they lost, they were instantly, this guy's using mods, he's using hacks. It's like, fuck off. Just because you lost didn't mean someone's using hacks. And the way people would cry if they didn't win a match. You know, no fucking hell, fucking shit. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to play this anymore. These people are fucking ruining it for me. It's not fun anymore. You can't have a friendly game and win a game and without being accused of using cheats or hacks or something like that. I still got it on my PlayStation. I still play it every now and then. Topeka plays it. Every now and then I jump in to help her out. We played Save the World before Fortnite was majorly a big thing. We were playing Save the World. I'm an OG Fortnite player from the very beginning. Got all my fucking umbrellas to prove it too. This is a Fortnite not long ago because they had the other stuff added to it, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. They had some Star Wars Lego-y stuff, so I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. I didn't mind that. That was all right. Well, I mean, I'm not saying there's not hackers or anything like that in video games. I'm not saying that at all. But sometimes, like, I'd watch people and they would die and they would say things like, how's that possible? He must be using a hack. He must be using a hack. You know? And it's like, no, you're standing out in the open being a dick, doing your dancing emoji, thinking you're going to win because you're the only person in the clear circle, and someone's just sniped you from the storm, and that's how they won. Most time people, nearly everybody has skill in a game. For example, you might play Fortnite a lot and you build up some skills with it. And as soon as you get tired or you're just not in the mood to play Fortnite, that's when you need to stop. Because if you don't, those were the ones, you could see it, they'd be playing 8 hours straight. You know? And the first couple of hours, it's fine, and there's nothing wrong. The last couple of hours is where they go, oh, I'm getting cheated on, they're hacking, they're doing this and doing that. And it's like, no, you're just tired and need a rest. You need a rest. Step away. But if you're seeing something like a visual cue that is telling you this person is hacking, then that's a different story. If you can see it clearly, you know, like for instance, a heap of katanas flying at you and they can only hold so many things, then yeah. I think sometimes most people use the excuse they were hacking and all that sort of stuff just to cover up for their bad play. They made a bad move in the game. They made a bad play. It didn't pan out. They lost, and they try to blame everything on something else. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You can do that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make it so. So I just distanced myself from the game and stopped playing it. Rogue Company. Now, I don't know about Rogue Company. I think I've got it, maybe played it. Was it a free game once upon a time? I may have played it. But I don't know about that one. Like, for example, I said to my son, I think someone's hacking fucking Red Dead Redemption. And he's like, why is that? I said, check this out. And I saved the video clip. And he was like, yeah, I think so too. Because the ships were falling out of the sky, landing in the middle of the desert, almost landing on me. And I was having to ride really fast to dodge ships and boats. It was almost like someone was using a satellite to pinpoint my location and drop ships on me. Now, I can't confirm it, but I was pretty sure that might have been what was happening. I didn't see anybody else make any videos about it, but I didn't actually go looking either, so I don't know. Pretty much dead now? Ah, okay. But it was free for a time there? Yeah. Yeah, I think I downloaded it. I don't know if I actually played it though. There's so many games out there, I don't know whether I've played them or not, because I try so many different games. A lot of them I don't always stream it. I don't always stream what I'm playing. Most times I do, but not always. Sometimes I'll jump in a game and me and my mates just want to have a chat, you know. I was like, let's try this game out, alright. And we'll jump in it and we'll have a chat and we'll make fun of the game and the people playing and anything to do with the game, you know, and the people in the game. We'll make fun of it. Critique the game, so to speak. And, you know, most of the time it's very childish the way we do it. But we don't do it live because we're not trying to hurt people's feelings, you know, or anything like that. So there are games that I've probably played once or twice maybe that I've forgotten the names of. And as soon as someone mentions a name, I go, that sounds very familiar to me. It may just be familiar to me because I've seen it in the PlayStation store when it was free. It might have been popping up all the time. But I think I downloaded it. Many games get better. Rogue got worse. It's named after the most stupidest fucking X-Men too. Rogue. Yeah. I'm sorry, the original X-Men movie had Rogue played by Anna Paquin, and Anna Paquin's a fucking... she's alright, I guess. I just... Not my favourite actress. That's all I'm saying. I had this one guy tell me that Daisy, he was like, can I get unbanned and so I can go back into your server again? And I was like, nah, you'll have to wait till the end of the year, mate. And it was like November 30th or something, so it wasn't really that long. It was like a month he had to wait. And he was like, well, it doesn't matter anyway because DayZ will be dead in a year. Yeah, that was 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. DayZ's still going strong. Still going strong. Not a lot of games can say they can do that. I think DayZ's been going since 2012, a year before GTA, 2.5 years before GTA became online. If the game's good, it'll continue. It'll be okay. It'll do fine. It'll do fine. Its community will help it do fine. If the game is shit, its community. Well, that doesn't make sense either because there's a lot of games that are really good, but then the developers go, we're not working on that game anymore. We've got other projects that we want to deal with, so we're not working on that anymore. So there are some games out there that are really, really good, but then the developers are going, no, we're not doing any more updates or anything like that. How do you get used to this little thing? This ultralight. What's everybody's favourite style of game? Well, sometimes when the games die, that's, developers will let it go because it's died for a reason. It's died because the game wasn't as good. You got these... I put a lot of shit. I give a lot of shit to developers. I make a lot of jokes about them. Because I can. What are they going to do about it? They can suck my knob if they don't like a joke. But there's a lot of games out there that die, and it's our fault. It's our fault as the players. We bitch and moan on YouTube, or we bitch and moan to people about the game being sucky or the game sucking at this reason or that reason, but we never actually take the time to email the developers and tell them what is wrong with the game. We just assume someone else is going to do it. So I guess the technical term was it didn't die, it went into a coma and it's been waken up from its coma. So we technically can't bring dead things back. And people can go, yes you can, what about CPR? It's like, yeah, but the body has to be still viable, alive enough for CPR to work. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to bring someone back to the way they were. Sometimes it needs a changing of the guard. It needs a new developing team. And sometimes they'll go for a new developing team and it doesn't work. I can't give examples of actual games, but I'm sure this has happened. A game company's doing really good, their game's doing really good, developers go, hey, well, we made this game happen and we worked the schedules and How about a pay rise? And then the company goes, well, I'm not paying you extra. You can get fired and we'll hire some younger, cheaper developers that aren't asking for so much. And the young developers will be put in there and they don't know what they're doing very well, but they're getting paid less because they're young or they're just new to the actual business, that particular business. So they get paid less and the game just goes because, well, they should have kept the original developers that actually cared about the game. DayZ, for example, is a mod. It's a mod that got turned into a proper game. Armour, there was a game called Armour, and some people's made a mod for it. They went, hey, let's put zombies in it and shit like that. So they did that. And the developers thought, hey, you know what? That's a good idea. And I don't know how, if they bought it or what they did, but it was a mod to start with. Sometimes some of these mods that are done outside of the, like if someone made a mod for GTA, it done outside of Rockstar's permission, and they'll do a mod and it'll fix some bugs that GTA actually has that Rockstar's never fixed, and the mod will fix it. And I just sit there and think to myself, why can't the developers just hire these guys and give this as a DLC? I think we've all wanted a DLC in GTA where we can be a firefighter or a ambulance operator or a police officer and get the uniforms and all that sort of stuff and actually have more of a control in the crime industry in GTA. But no, we get these little DLCs that only work the way they work and they're not really good. They're okay, but they're not as good as it could be. It could be better. But Rockstar are set in their ways and they're like, no, this is the way the format is, this is the way we're doing it. Okay, fine. But to those developers, it could be better. GTA could be better. She does not like flipping over. Can't really barrel roll this thing. There was a storm the other day and we seen some crazy bastard in one of these flying around. I was thinking, you crazy bastard. You can catch me up there in this fucking storm with this sort of fucking vehicle. No fucking way. Offline players really get the short end of the stick. How's that? How do you mean? Offline players really get the short end of the stick in GTA and Red Dead. Offline, that means not online, right? Oh, lacking in DLC stuff for story mode. Oh, but that's still a big story. There's 69 missions for fucking 69 missions total, I think, for Red Dead Redemption 2. And they're not all short. It can take you up to 60 hours to complete it if you're doing all the side missions and all that sort of stuff. And it might even be 69 missions just for the actual story mode without side quest. A lot of cool shit for the multiplayer users. Yeah, I suppose. But I think it depends too. I mean, I'm okay with that sort of stuff. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when you buy a game and you only get a few missions, and then later on it goes, oh, there's a DLC coming out, and you need to pay for more. That's what bothers me. So I can play, for example, I can play Dead Island 2 offline. I can play that offline. I don't have to be online to play that. However, the DLCs, I kind of need to, I don't have to be online to play them either. But I still have to pay for them, and that's the thing I don't like. I don't like spending money. If I'm paying for a DLC, I would expect it to be something that is an online feature, because you're paying for it. Paying for something extra to play with your friends. I just wish that certain games that come out as online only had an offline mode. For example, DayZ says it has an offline mode. No, it doesn't. It does not. There is no offline mode on DayZ. You always have to have internet connection. But sometimes I'd like to be in my own server or in any server and just play and not have to worry about getting shot every 5 seconds and just try and build a base up. But the thing is, I know that's an online game. The thing that pisses me off with it is it says it has, an offline mode. It's like it doesn't. You can't play it unless you got internet. Unlockable DLC. Yeah. One of the first times that I actually experienced an unlockable, using air quotes there, Metal Gear Solid, the first one. If you played it and you saved the lady and not the dude, the geeky, nerdy dude in it, you saved the lady, she'd give you a bandana, and that bandana, when you played the second time, would give you unlimited ammo, providing you had the bandana on. And then if you played it again and you saved the dude, you'd get a cloaking device which would make you invisible while you're using it. Now, you couldn't hold both those items at the same time, but you could switch between them. So you could, have your unlimited ammo, clear a floor, go into the next room and switch from the unlimited ammo bandana to the cloaking device and be invisible and sneak around, get through. But you had to beat the game first. Those I like, because I didn't have to pay any extra. It wasn't even a thought. The idea, back then, the idea of in-game purchases wasn't even in my vocabulary. Master of Collection. I'm definitely getting the Delta remake for free. For number 3. Are we talking Metal Gear Solid? I played Metal Gear Solid all the way through several times. I had a double disc, so I'd get to a point and it would say, please insert disc 2. It wouldn't say it, it would just come up as a message. Please insert disc 2. So I would. I played that one until I got sick and tired of it. And I didn't really get sick and tired of it. I just started playing another game. Then I played another one that I got that I thought was a full game, but turned out it was just a DLC disc. And EB Games sold it to me, and I was like, all right, cool. So, and I always ask this question too now because of Battle of Gay Tony and Lost and Damned DLC discs that came with the Game of the Year edition for GTA 4. I bought GTA 4 and it didn't have those two discs. And the guy said, I went back in there. I said, "Isn't it supposed to have these two discs?" And he goes, "Yeah, but they're only DLC discs with a couple of like some stories." And I was like, "Yeah, but is it supposed to have it?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, can I have the disc?" He's like, "Fine." Like, oh, don't fucking go out of your way to give me the whole fucking disc that I want, mate. Jeez. It's only doing your job. Damn. And so when I seen this other one, Metal Gear Solid, I said, "Is this a full game?" I make that my question every single time when I buy games from him. Is this a full game? Is this a full game? And he said, "Yep." And it turned out, nope. It was just one fucking stage. One fucking stage. I paid $60 for one fucking stage on a disc. And I was like, that's a pissing me off. Had to sneak around, grab all the hostages. It was a nighttime, stormy one. Had to sneak around, grab all the hostages, take them down and carry them all the way down to the drop-off point, which was on the side of this cliff face. And once I got them all, I could signal for extraction. And it could take a little bit to do if you wanted to do it all clean. Which I played that several times over, but it was never changing to another mission. It was only the same fucking mission over and over again. And it was pissing me off. So that pissed me off. And I played this other one where you're running around in the desert and your character's slightly to the left. They're not really centered. They're slightly to the left. And I can't play games like that. If they're not centered, I can't play them. They really throw me off. So I generally don't do very well on those games, and I end up stopping in the playing of them. Was the first time trying the game out. Yeah, I mean, demos. Does anybody remember when PlayStation Magazine had demo discs? I used to play those demo discs, get those books all the time. And play the demo discs. I used to love those demo discs. Come home from work, chuck in a demo disc. See how I'd go with them. They'd give you sometimes they'd give you like 5 minutes to do a stage, or they give you one stage, full stage. Someone gave you one full part of the saga, all sorts of different things. Some of those I'd play, and I'd be like, wow, that's going to be an awesome game. I'd go and buy the game, and the game was shit. The demo disc was better. So I kind of wondered whether the Metal Gear Solid one I was playing, if that was a demo disc or was it just a DLC for one random fucking stage, or what the fuck was it? I ended up trading it back in. I shouldn't have. I should have kept it. Nintendo 64, all about Nintendo 64. What Nintendo 64 magazines give you for free? Nothing. I had a Super NES. I had the original Nintendo with you slide it in, click it in, push it down. I had the original one of them. I had a Super Nintendo, but I never had a Nintendo 64 or the Cube or any other Nintendo after that except for a Wii. No. Ooh. BJ Smith. No comment. No. I understood what you meant. I understood what you meant. No, I got what you meant. I was just asking whether the Nintendo books came out with cartridges you could use that were demos. And considering they were sitting right next to the PlayStation books, no, not very often. Not as often as the PlayStation Monthly magazine came out with like demos. But no, I got what you meant, that you were focused on. I mean, you saying you were only focused on the Nintendo 64 could only mean one thing. When you're saying you were all about that could only mean one thing. That was your life. Nintendo 64, if it wasn't Nintendo 64, you didn't really give a shit. You know, you weren't being mean, but you was like, no, if it's not Nintendo 64, I don't care. No, I got what you meant. I might be old, but I'm still not senile. Not yet. Getting there. Getting there. We should go back and see if the two Andys need to go back out. Yeah, no, I was just making a joke about how there wasn't when I'd go to get the PlayStation magazines, there wasn't very many. Like, there was Nintendo magazines too, but they didn't have, like, game cartridges attached to them or anything like that. My brother had a 64, though. He loved his 64. Keep in mind, these consoles came out when we were working. You know, we weren't at home, living at home together, and I had a PlayStation, he had a 64, and we had cool parents. No. We were working at the time. We bought our own shit. He had a 64. He loved his 64. He wasn't too keen on the PlayStation. He was like, nah, discs, they'll get scratched. And he wasn't wrong. Some of them did. But, you know, cartridges, they get damaged too. When did Nintendo switch to disc? It wasn't the Wii, though, was it? They'd already switched to a disc beforehand, didn't they? Go check to see if the two Andys need to go back out on the job. I don't have any stuff to sell at the moment. No Andys yet. They're the two Andys. They sit there. Alright, let's collect all our monies. I'm going to go check that nightclub, see if it needs any work done. Well, if you end up streaming that, the remake of, if you end up streaming the remake of Metal Gear Solid, as long as the notifications let me know, I'll come by and watch. Actually, there was a guy who basically expected me to come watch every single video. And I was like, I can't watch every single video, dude. Well, you should make sure you try. It's like, if I made sure I tried to make sure I went through every single person's channel to make sure I didn't miss a video, I would never, A, never be off YouTube, B, never be able to do anything else in my own private life, C, wouldn't even be able to do anything for my own channel. So, new. I go there when I get a notification. Sometimes I miss stuff. Very rarely do I actually go and check. Like, I had someone say, why don't you come to my channel? I was like, oh, I didn't get a notification. They're like, so? Just look it up in my channel. It's like, yeah, I could go and look your name up, no problem, but I don't. It's not me trying to be a bastard, even though some people think it is me being a bastard. But at the end of the day, it's not me being a bastard. It's just that, so many channels I follow. Not one person that actually messaged me the other day. They messaged me the other week, last week, sometime, and they said, why haven't you been coming to my streams? I gave you a super chat, okay? And I became a member for a month. I was like, okay. And it's like, why don't you come to my streams? I was like, well, I don't get notifications. No excuse, you should be there. I paid a super chat. It just kept going on like that, and it's like, yeah, for fuck's sake. You can pay me a super chat all you want, but you don't own me. Then he started telling me I was the worst friend, and I was thinking, I didn't even know we were friends. I'm not friends with every single person on YouTube. I'm friendly to most. I'm not friends. I'm not automatically friends. This ain't primary school where you're new in the class and the teacher goes, okay, well, you go sit there with Simon and Simon will show you around the school, and then you end up best friends with Simon. No. And most of the time, Simon's a dick. All right. But yeah, I miss a lot of people's streams because I don't get notifications. Or their notification is so far down the list because I've gotten, I do this crazy thing that some people do it. I don't know if everybody does it, but I'm crazy. I do this thing every now and then. I'll try and, what is it? I try and get, fuck. It's a word that a lot of people don't really know about. Sleep. I try and get sleep, so I miss things and I wake up and there'll be like, 200, 300 notifications. Do you know how long it takes to get through all them? Now, if I've got to watch a video for every single fucking notification, I'm never going to get through them all. I don't have enough hours. Now, if every single person only did a 5-second video, I'd be able to watch every single person's video that dropped in a day that are in my subscription list. I'd be able to watch every single one of their videos and get them all done. But some people do 2-hour, 3-hour, 8-hour streams. I can't watch all of that. The fuck? Some people are crazy thinking I can. So I go normally with who's live at the moment. And then if a name pops up in my recommendation, I'll go, oh, yeah, this video is pretty new. Let me play that, I'll do that sort of stuff. I can't get every single one of them. And the same person that was like, I haven't seen you in my chat for ages. they, they, they do the whole, long time no see thing, and it's like this person that did it. It's like I haven't seen him in my chat for over a year, and now they had the nerve to send me a message saying, "Why haven't you been in my chat?" And my first thing is, okay, I could say the same thing. Haven't seen you in mine, but I'm not. Now, I mean, I did say it to them, and some could go, well, you did say it. It's like, yeah, but I didn't start the fucking conversation with, hey, hello, how you, hey, hello, haven't seen you in my chat in a long time. It's like, it's a bit rude. Normally, if I haven't heard from somebody and I've got a way to message them privately, I'll send them a message every now and then, like, Happy Christmas, Happy Easter, Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day. Stuff like that. Generate some sort of contact with the person and don't be a dick. Some people are just dicks, they're thinking of this person's foreign, I'm assuming. Either they're foreign because of their sentence structure was all over the place and it gives me the impression they might be foreign, or they were so pissed off at the fact that I haven't been in their stream that they decided that they couldn't think when they were typing. One or the other. And what the person didn't realise is, I had been in their streams. They mainly stream on Twitch, and I had been in their stream. I just don't bother typing in the stream. I don't bother typing because most of the time whenever you leave a Twitch stream and then come back in, your chat's gone. All the chat's gone. So I just don't bother typing in it. And they only ever have a Nightbot type thing that ever greets me. The person themselves never actually says anything. So I'm like, well, what's the point? No point typing. I'll just sit here and watch. And I'll just let their stream play in the background while I'm doing other stuff. But because they didn't see my name pop up in the chat, they automatically assumed I wasn't in their streams. I definitely am not in their streams now. Definitely not in their streams now. They burnt that fucking bridge. I figure if I went into their streams now, it would set a bad precedent. It would make them think that, I can go and bitch the zombie and he'll fucking drop everything and come in and see every single one of my streams. No. It actually had the opposite effect. It made me go, puh. In fact, as soon as I told Topeka about it, she was like, uh-huh, uh-huh, oh, uh-huh, uh-huh. And then before I even finished, she's like, yeah, well, I just deleted them. I won't mention the name because I don't want people deleting them. If people delete someone, I want it to be because they had an experience themselves that made them want to delete someone, not because of something I've said. The worst kind of people on YouTube, I believe, are probably those ones that try and convince other people you shouldn't be talking to this person, or that try and make it seem like if you talk to a person, then you deserve the wrath of that other person. That person did something nasty to me. Why are you talking to them? Because they've never done anything nasty to me. Oh, so you support them and you don't support me. That kind of attitude. That makes me go, you know what? I want very little to do with you. Which I've experienced that. In fact, I've experienced more of that sort of attitude on Twitch than I have anywhere else. There's a lot of that sort of bitchiness on Twitch. A lot of it. In fact, I remember being told, Hey, Zombie, you should go to Twitch. You can make money on Twitch. This person was such an idiot who said it. I was thinking, they don't pay attention to anything. They were just, I believe they were probably just trying to start something. I think there was no way my caliber of human being would last on Twitch. And the same person that was telling me I should go to Twitch was also coming into my chat as a troll saying, you'd never last on Twitch. And it's like, yeah, all right. It's like, no, I know I wouldn't last on Twitch. Certain things you can say and certain things you can't say. Can't tell people to kill themselves. You can't tell people to kill themselves on either. Didn't stop people in people's chats telling people that sort of shit, though. Oh, but you can say whatever you want on Twitch. You can have your stream disappear. Why would I want to do that? Pussies hide. Pussies say shit and then fucking go, oh, I don't want to be held for what I said. Well, if you don't want to be known for what you said, maybe you shouldn't have said it. Same types of people always going, oh, I bet these people are screenshotting this. And it's like, yeah, I bet they are too. The same type of people automatically forgot that anything that goes online stays online. Oh, but I deleted it. Yeah, that doesn't matter. There's a fucking... That just means no one in the stream can see it. Doesn't mean it didn't get fucking stored away in a memory bank. So I distanced myself from those people and the people they were attacking and the people they were attacking people on. Because they were just attacking people. One of them was just a trolling prick. In fact, most of the trolling pricks I've met so far, sorry UK, but they come from the UK. Now, I know that troll, he used to, one of the reasons why he used to fucking try and attack me, the pussy, is because I showed support to one of the people he was beefing with. So he's beefing with somebody, and anybody that showed support was now his target. Oh, big scary man. Okay, so I got to go to the airport with this one. And even though I know who the troll is, I'm not going to fucking name the troll. Because again, not my problem if people get trolled by him. If people can't fucking figure out who it is and can't figure out to tell that troll, go fuck yourself, cunt. Go fucking die. Kill yourself. If they can't figure out they can tell that troll to go fucking kill himself, what's the troll going to do? Go to YouTube and go, this man said that I have to go kill myself because I came in with nasty things to say in his chat. Yeah, YouTube don't give a shit. Because you're not considered a human being to YouTube. You're considered a troll. You don't have the same status as everybody else. So, yeah. The worst is when people give in the trolls. Oh, that's the worst. I'll be in a chat and then a troll will come in and a person will fucking apologise to the troll and be nice to the troll and end up shutting their stream down because the troll says they're going to do something. And it's like, why haven't you just called a fucking troll a faggot and moved on? Oh, because I'm not allowed to. You're not allowed to be homophobic. No. It's got nothing to do with homosexuals. He's being a faggot. Even homosexuals are going, that troll's a faggot. Now, there might be some homosexuals out there that might be shocked that I just used that word. Oh my God, he said faggot. Yeah, no. I'll put it in context. And most of them are smart enough to go, he wasn't calling me a faggot, he was calling a troll a faggot. And we don't care about trolls either, so we don't give a shit what you call a troll. No homosexual is going to go, that's our word, you can't use that word. I think they like to be called either Jeff or Michael or whatever their name is. Steve, Paul, Richard, I don't know. They have normal names like the rest of us. Gay people have normal names. Faggots come in with troll names that go, I'm going to murder and dismember your family and I'm going to rape your kids and all that sort of stuff. And these are names that the trolls have come into my channel with. I'm going to rape and dismember the zombie's kids. The zombie's wife is a Neanderthal. Which that was the thing that gave it away, that they were from the UK. That was the thing. I heard the English went over there and killed all the Aboriginals. I didn't kill them all, mate. I'm married to one. Well, your wife's a Neanderthal. Oh, so 1 minute you're all for, you're against what the whites did to the Aboriginals. Now you're calling the Aboriginals names. Yeah, fucking troll. Not only was that troll a faggot, he was also a fucking paedophile. All trolls are paedophiles. Every single troll. Every single troll is a paedophile. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because there are different levels of trolls. There are trolls, you see, today's day and age, we consider a troll a person that tries to come in and disrupt a chat or anything like that. Internet trolls, online trolls, we consider them like that. Some trolls are just trying to have a joke. So it's a prank or a joke or something like that. And for the most part, those trolls are harmless. So they don't fit the category of a paedophile or anything like that. They're just a low-end, they're just a prankster who's just, okay. Sometimes their jokes land and sometimes their jokes are stupid. But then there are others that are just like, no, you've gotten to this level of troll, you've ranked up, and you're just a poof. And that was the other thing that narrowed it down. When I called the troll a poof one day. He's like, I don't fuck men. I was like, okay. So you know what the definition of poof is in Australia and the UK. I never understood why people just don't give it back to the troll. Oh, just ignore them, they'll go away. Not this troll. He would stick around. You could ignore him all day long. He'd just stick around and start attacking every single person. Start switching his names to every single person into the chat. He'd come in and you'd have a friend in there who's got mod and he'd pick that name and he'd come in and go, where'd my mod go? So then people would go, oh shit, and then remod him and make the troll a mod. And then they'd have two fucking people in there with the same name and same profile. And of course, this was back in the day where you couldn't touch the name and go and check the channel. So everybody had to take a leap of faith. They were getting the right person. 9 times out of 10, they'd get the wrong person. And all the times, most of the times, when these trolls would attack people, they wouldn't attack what you would consider highly intelligent people. They would attack people that have clear learning disabilities or clear disabilities. Like most of the people they would attack suffer with autism. You know, or suffer with some sort of, you know, depression or something like that. People that are easy to break, basically. They would attack them because that's the only ones they could win against. They couldn't win against the people that fought back and said, oh, fuck you, cunt. I'm just grinding here at the moment. I'm not doing any missions. I'm not doing any races. I'm just doing my businesses, just walking around, collecting the little bits and pieces that I can do without having to do any missions. Just going to see what we can get. So far, we've made over 500,000, if not 600,000. Probably lost a bit because of the money we had to put into the cars themselves to get them fixed up. Just stick my car there. It's not going anywhere. Let's see if there's another car ready to go pick up. I think the way trolls win, where they get a victory or they they feel like they've gotten the victory, is when they get people, when they break a person enough to where the person ends the stream and goes, oh, it's all right, guys, I'm going to end the stream right now. I can't handle this right now. I think that's when a troll thinks they've won. I think they gave up with me because that was just never happening with me. I just block them. I don't know why people even fucking go, just ignore them, just ignore them, just block the cunts. Let your fucking chat shit all over the troll. Let the troll know he doesn't own the chat. Just do that. The hair from my moustache getting in my mouth. Or my beard, I should say. I think that was the biggest problem. I mean, 10 to 1, I'll probably get a troll in the next couple of days. If not today, in the next couple of days. Here's my tip for dealing with trolls. Only make people a mod that you know that you play games with. Like if they stream on YouTube and you play games with them and you stream with them every now and then they're a person that might be okay to consider as a mod in your channel. Don't make everybody a mod. And some people make every single person a mod. Okay, yeah, it's cool. You can actually go to the channel and tap on someone's name and all that sort of shit. Yeah, that's cool. But you could potentially end up making a troll a mod. And why does not someone need so many mods? Most of my mods know, don't worry about trolls. If they come into the chat, let Zombie deal with them. He'll make the call. Nothing worse than, well, there's probably lots of things worse, but it's when it comes to streaming, one of the things I don't want is I don't want mods just jumping in and you know, deleting people or deleting people's messages and stuff like that. No, I got the chat right here. I can see it. I can delete it. I can delete all that stuff. Be right back, everybody. I'm back. Just had to make myself a coffee quickly. And the grandson woke up, so figured I'll make him a warm Milo. So that hopefully he can go back to sleep. Because it's 4 o'clock in the morning, he shouldn't be awake right now. Though it's no big deal because it is school holidays. Now, how do you know GTA got handed over to developers that have developers that don't actually know anything about cars? I mentioned this to Criminal the other day, and he took a second. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's wrong." It took him half a second to know exactly what I was talking about. Not even half a second. He knew straight away. As soon as I said, "Look at that," he was like, "Yeah, that's fucking wrong." Here's the proof. All right, developers from GTA, they made things like Midnight Club and all that sort of stuff. I never played that game. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but have never actually played it. But here's the thing that makes it wrong. That 350 kilo max for this lift. They put kilos. I think they were supposed to put something different. But that one thing there just says these guys don't know much about vehicles. They don't know much about cars. Okay, so the important thing is to know is most cars weigh over 350 kilos. Most cars weigh nearly a ton. Nearly a ton. Not a complete ton, but nearly a ton. And giving that, most cars weigh that. To have one of those lifts that can only lift up 350 kilos, you wouldn't be able to have very many cars on that. You would be able to after they got lighter, because you've taken parts off, I'll give it that. But unless you have a scales to weigh how much the car's gonna weigh, normally they have a threshold of being able to weigh way more than what a car's weight is, to be able to cover the fact that, you know, cars weigh more. My steamy finger, when my finger got a bit of steam on it, touched a bit of coffee. Now I've got the sticky patch of coffee on my finger. Coffee lollipop if I was to suck my thumbs. But I don't. For multiple reasons. Oh, you fucking dirty dog. No person to throw out. I just burnt my finger. A cherry on my cigarette just dropped on my mat, and I went to move it off, and it stuck to my finger instead of just rolling off the fucking mat. It's like, you bastard, and burn my finger. I only got 25,000 for a day's work in here. Yeah, something's not right about that. Get out of there. No, we're not doing any missions other than the little tidbit missions that, you know, like deliver a car or bring a car back or drop a person off or throw a person out. Those missions we'll do, but no. I picked this nightclub because it's close to everything, but I don't like the exit on it. The way to exit this place through the back way just doesn't... Oh, you fucking dog! I went to sprint to run, and that fucking Connors, bring that fucking thing up. No, I'm not doing your fucking mission, you prick. G'day, Twist. How you going, mate?
Hey, holla at me, y'all. Peace.
I refuse to do that Connor's missions. Fuck him and his fucking... And just fuck him. So I hate that because I have to get out of the whole thing and then jump back in. Excuse me. Hey, pick up the phone, dickhead. Pick up the fucking phone. There you go. Be smart. Listen to me.
Mr. Connors here.
I control you.
Well, if you need anything, we're only a call away.
Thanks. That's that Connor prick right there on the phone. If you need anything, we're only a call away. It's because I sat down in that chair and it gave me the ability to... It made me a CEO. As soon as I became a CEO, he was desperate to fucking call me. On all the missions in GDA, most of the phone calls, they call you, you'll get a phone call, and it's X to answer the phone and circle to hang up. Connors gives you a phone call that rings, and it's instead of X to pick up, it's not an actual phone call, it's a message, and it's X to accept. No one else gives you these types of messages. Except fucking Connor. And he's a prick, just like that Conor McGregor. I was never impressed with that Conor McGregor. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad fighter or that he couldn't kick my ass or anything like that. Yeah, I'm well aware he could probably kick my ass. In fact, remove probably and enter in the word definitely. He could definitely kick my ass. I'm not saying he couldn't, but he's still a prick. And I still hate him. He's a dick. My mum would love him because my mum's Irish, and she'd go, well, he's Irish, so you have to love him. It's like, no, I fucking don't. He's a prick. Conor McGregor's a prick. You know, the first thing I don't like about Conor McGregor is that whole puffing his chest out and slinging his arm backs and the way he walks in. It's like, you don't walk like that normally. You only walk like that when you're got cameras around you and you need to show that you're tough. That's how you walk. And that is not how a tough person walks. A tough person, well, generally they just walk like a normal person. Most of the people I've met that could kick your ass don't walk like that. And it just made me go, yeah, he's an idiot. He's a prick. And then the way he was fucking, him and his entourage were acting that way towards that other fighter, the Russian guy or whatever. You know, it's like, why are you acting like that? Got to build up attention or some shit. And that sort of shit, when it comes to fighting, in any type of professional fighting, that's where it loses me. People go, oh yeah, but you need to have that. No, you don't. You don't need to have it like that. That's the one thing of boxing and UFC and that I've never enjoyed, never liked, never really care about. And that's the weigh-in part, where they all fucking get in each other's faces and all that. Oh, but it's part of the show. Oh, no. The boxing is the fucking show. The UFC is the show. Yes, but that's part of it. No, it doesn't need to be. It's a shit part of it. Oh, but if they talk themselves up and then they get knocked out, yeah, they were going to get knocked out either way. Most of them talk themselves up because you look at them, the one that talks the most is normally the one that gets their head caved in. Just shut up. Just fucking get your way in. What are you trying to do? Make the sport respectable? Yes. I don't respect Conor McGregor because the way he talks in his fucking the weigh-ins and those showdown thingies where they have both the opponents side by side. I don't respect him because of the way he fucking talks and that shit. Talks like he's the alpha dog and he could beat any fucking person on the world. I've met 10 people in my life that could knock Mike Tyson the fuck out. That would whoop Mike Tyson. You ain't never heard of them because they don't do fighting for professional. They don't fight professionally. And it's not a case of, yeah, but I bet if they were put in a professional ring and had to go by professional rules, then they would lose. No. They'd still win. Still win. Conor McGregor, I know at least 15 people that live on my street and I that could whoop his ass. Jeff Fennick was one of our best fighters. One of our best fighters in Australia. Professional. Won a few titles too. In his career in the late 80s, early 90s and stuff like that. He was really, really good. There were still people that could kick his ass in Australia that didn't fight professionally. And no matter how hard he tried, he still had his ass handed to him a couple of times. Oh, I was really hoping that person was just going to continue going straight and that would have been fine. Now, if you're a Conor McGregor fan and you find what I'm saying offensive, alright, fine. But Conor McGregor's lost in the ring too. And that stings. To the people that like him. That stings. But, no, I mean, that whole show pony shit that he does It's like, you prick, just fucking walk out normal. Why do you got to walk out like you're smuggling a dildo up your ass? That's all I see. Is I just see someone try. Every time I see Conor McGregor, right? Every time I see him walk, I just see someone trying to smuggle cocaine in a dildo up their ass. That's all I see. Someone trying to get through customs with a cocaine-filled dildo up their ass. Nothing to see here. I walk like this all the time. Got a carrot up my bum. That's what he looks like. Looks like he's walking with a carrot up his ass. Or a cocaine-filled dildo. And UFC fans, they turn on the fighters very quickly. UFC fans, I couldn't go anywhere without any UFC fans telling me Ronda Rousey's the best, Ronda Rousey's the best, Ronda Rousey's the best. She had that fight, she lost, everyone was like, yeah, she fucking sucks, she fucking sucks. It's like, I thought she was the best. I thought she was the best. You know? I thought she was the best. Everyone was claiming she was the best. She lost one fight. She sucks. She should never step in the ring. All this sort of shit. So I thought she was the best. No, we like this person now. Why? Because they beat that person. Oh, all right, whatever. I don't care. One way or the other. Makes no difference to me. I still think even Ronda Rousey... Ronda Rousey could kick my ass. Yeah, no shit. No doubts in that at all. I could have 10 years of training from this day onwards and Ronda Rousey could still kick my ass. Conor McGregor could still kick my ass. So I say this knowing fair well I couldn't beat either one of them in a fight. But clearly, all those people that were going, Ronda Rousey's the best, Ronda Rousey's the best, clearly, well, they were wrong. She wasn't the best on that day. She sucked on that day. But it wasn't enough for everybody. I don't know why everybody changed their opinions all of a sudden. I know people got a bit pissed at her because she went to WWE. So what? I didn't hear everybody get so upset when Michael Jordan went to golf. When The Rock started acting, no one gave too much of a shit. Oh, they do now because The Rock's in nearly everything. I don't know about some people, but I see too much of The Rock. He's a fine actor. Out of all the wrestlers that have come from, all the actors that have come from wrestling, he's probably one of the better ones. Definitely better than Hogan. But again, that's just my opinion. Other people's opinion might vary. What was that Commando Mum, whatever it was, that fucking Hulk Hogan did, that pile of trash? Man, that movie was shit. Over the Edge, or whatever it was. That was a bit shitty too. And Hulk Hogan in fucking the Rocky movie. Oh my god. Mind you, this is not to say, just because I don't like these people or I don't think they're very good in certain things they've done, I'm not saying that I could do it better. Normally when you say, I don't like that, that's not good, I don't like the way that was done, you know, people can say, well, I'd like to see your version of it. Where's your version of the game? Where's your video? Where's your movie? Where's your song? Where's you in the match? And it's like, yeah, I know, but I'm not claiming to be the best or better than them. A lot of the people out there. Now, when it comes to UFC, if you don't have these types of friends, then I congratulate you. But I've got the type of friends that'll go, I'd kick his ass, no, you know, it's like, I know what you're, I've seen your fighting style, dude. You couldn't even fucking fight your way through a wet paper bag even if someone tore it for you. So I've got a lot of friends that watch UFC and automatically think they could do UFC. You know, they know the names of the moves and all that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, but can you apply them? Can you apply them in the thresholds of a person charging at you like a fridge? Like if Brock Lesnar's charging at you, can you apply them? There's people that shit on Brock Lesnar when he loses. When he loses in the UFC, people shit on him and go, yeah, he's shit. You know, keep in mind, I said Conor McGregor is shit just because of the way he walks. I said he's a prick because of the way he walks in. It's not even anything to do with his fighting. I'm not even talking about his fighting. His fighting skills, I got no problem with. I don't have a problem with his fighting skills. He's got skills. I'm not going to deny that. Just that he's a prick. Brock Lesnar, it's like you'd have Brock Lesnar charge at you. 90% of the people I know, 99.9% of the people I know, have no sense of self-preservation. And would say, yeah, but I'd be able to do this and that to Brock, and he'd be fucked. And it's like, yeah, yep. It's a quick way to get yourself removed from the gene pool. Brock Lesnar came charging at me. I'd have one thing that I could do that would guarantee I'm winning that fight and walking away. Blow his fucking kneecaps out. 12 gauge shotgun, hip high. Fucking bang. Walk now, you prick. Oh, you can't get up? Well, fuck you. Sit down. Most of us are smart enough not to go mouthing off to actual people like that, though. Knowing fair well, you know, probably not a good idea to do that if you stirred them up too much. You know, you wouldn't want to go online and call people a prick. Conor McGregor, if you're listening, I think you're a prick. But if for some reason, Conor, you can't handle the fact that I've called you a prick and you're upset that a simple little man on a YouTube channel called you a prick and it's upset you so much that where you want to say, hey, let's step in the ring then. It's like, number one, I never said you couldn't beat me in a fight. All right? Just that you're a prick with the way you walk in. Walk in not looking like you got a carrot up your ass and I might change my opinion. But for now, you're a prick. And stop getting your entourage to fucking throw trolleys and fridge trolleys at people's buses and shit like that, you dick. That was as a case of a person got too big for his boots. He believed his own hype. You gotta have some doubts. I know doubt can be a killer. And they say doubt is responsible for the most deaths of dreams ever because people doubt themselves. But it's okay to be humble. It's okay to go, you know what, I might not win this one. It's fine. Just be that different person. I want to see that person go out there and go, you know what, whatever happens, win or lose, I hope we all have fun out there. You know, as much fun as we can, smashing each other in the face until we've knocked each other out. Just do that. That's what I want to see. I guess people like the drama of it. Even funnier when you see people go, I like UFC. UFC's way better than fucking WWE. How? There's no drama bullshit. No, there is definitely drama bullshit in the UFC. If you don't see that, then you might be watching the wrong thing. But then again, people choose to ignore shit, don't they? People see what they want to see. That was like with the debate thing I was talking about beforehand. People see what they want to see. They're a Trump supporter, then they didn't see Trump do anything wrong. If they're a Biden supporter, then they didn't see Biden do anything wrong. If they're not from the country and they have no ties one way or the other and they're sitting on the fence because they're able to look at both sides because they couldn't give a shit either way, that person sees a lot of things that both people did wrong. Oh, these ones, deluxe. I wonder if I can get these where again. SUV has deluxe. I should probably get them on my Deluxo. Let's put this in before I forget. Like Kimbo Slice. You know, people saying, oh, you can see these old video of Kimbo Slice getting into a fight, into a street fight with people, and he's knocking people out. I was like, yeah. I'm not impressed by that. That doesn't impress me. Yeah, sure, it looks cool. But I'm not impressed only because, yeah. I'm old. And I had a video camera with half the shit I seen when I was growing up, and I had a video camera, then I'd be able to show you just as many people that could do the same sort of thing. And it just makes Kimbo Slice just a man who did the same sort of thing, but managed to get into a UFC ring. Managed to get into a ring and get paid for it. This is not to take away from Kimbo Slice's career and his achievements, or Conor McGregor's or Ronda Rousey's. I'm not trying to take away their careers or any achievements they've made. I'm not trying to shit on them. You know, I'm just saying that there's a reality, and the reality is not every single person gets looked at to go in the UFC. Some people can fight like that, and they just have no interest. They got no interest to be in the UFC. That's not their goal in life. They have different goals. That's all. Humans have different goals in life. We don't all share the same goal. We might all be sharing the same species, but we're not sharing the same of everything else in life. That's because we have things like free will, the ability to think for ourselves. Now notice, when I've said that Conor McGregor's a prick, I'm referring to the way he walks into the ring and he walks up to these podiums and all that whenever he's talking about fighting. I am not in any way saying this means he's a bad father, this means he's a bad brother, a bad son, a bad husband, a bad citizen. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not even going down those avenues. Just the one little thing. Or two little things. Never ever the person standing there at the front of the house is the person that gets the keys. Man, that was a bit laggy, glitchy. Why is my character glitching but the other character's not? Yes, Simeon, I did forget about you. Now you can fuck off. And the same goes for anybody else that I might have an opinion about, be it positive or negative, you know. Normally I only refer to the things that we know for a fact, just everybody can see for themselves and make their own opinion on. Now, it might not bother anybody the way Conor McGregor walks in to the ring. There might be people out there that think, zombie, you know, you're making a mountain out of a molehill there. Why, that's not even a problem. It's not even an issue. No, you're right. It's got nothing to do with him walking in the ring and how he performs in the ring. But that's the exact point. It's something he puts on. It's got nothing to do with how he performs in the ring. And he doesn't walk around like that. Imagine if that prick walked down the fucking aisle like that for his own fucking wedding. Now, I don't know how, when he got married, I don't know what his wedding was like. But imagine if he walked down the aisle like that for his own wedding. Then it would be, you know what, that's a bit of a prick move, especially if you realise he walks normal any other time. But in this moment, he decides to walk like that. He's showboating to his wife. Imagine if he did that. I'm not saying Conor McGregor ever did that, okay? So if any Conor McGregor fans out there are going, but he didn't do that. I never fucking said he did, dickhead. But I'm saying imagine if he did. Then it would be okay to call him a prick. So I just figure, if it's okay, if he was a... you know, imagine if he turns up to the PTA meeting for his kids at the school and he turns up all fucking cocky like that with that walk. Imagine if he did that. I'd laugh my fucking head off. If I was on that PTA meeting, I'd go, you're a prick. G'day, Vinko. How you going, buddy? I hope you're doing good. If you ask me, the last fight Conor McGregor fought where he lost, he only lost because he was too focused on keeping that butt plug up his ass when he walked into the ring. Should have been focused on the match, Connor. I dislike him so much. I'm not even interested in seeing the new. Not even interested in the new Roadhouse movie. Mainly because I didn't think it needed a remake. No more new cars in here. How you been, Vinko? Hope you're doing well. I woke up but I knew I wasn't going to get back to sleep, so I decided, you know what? I'm going to go check YouTube. It didn't say anybody was live at the time. And then I checked Discord and I seen that JR was live. So I was like, why didn't YouTube tell me? And I had to go search his name to go find his stream. Because YouTube didn't bloody tell me at all. And I decided, I'm going to do a stream. Can't sleep. Hey, speaking of the devil, there he is right there. Oh, there's 2 cars there, so I won't have another car to pick up anyway. And there's no cars to deliver. Andy's are out working. So let's go check the nightclub out to see if there's anybody to throw out on their head. Better the devil you know, mate. Better the devil you know. Ow. Alright, that car's just been salvaged now they left.
All you gotta do is lay off the carbs, you know?
Moron. Hey, boss.
Yep, we got a person to throw out. Drive home, actually. I love this outfit. Look at it glow. Is so pretty. I like it. Oi, toss nuts. It's time for you to leave. Level you were stuck on was annoying as hell. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to help you with any advice on any of those types of games. I only played Halo 3 that I remember playing, and you know what? I don't even remember any of it. Some bits and pieces you were seeing there, I was looking at going, I remember this sort of thing in Halo, and then I was like, no, this is Halo 2, so maybe I don't remember this. Or maybe I played Halo 2 as well. But yeah, I came in. I wasn't being rude to anybody in the Discord. I just can't have the Discord going at the same time while I'm streaming, only because I need my other iPad to be able to work my YouTube studios. And so, and there's a sound thingy as well. It's not that I care about voices. Your voices were still coming through the YouTube. Just if I split screen the because I can split screen my iPad, so I can have Discord open and YouTube open. So if I'm playing the YouTube video on that device and listening to the Discord, there's an overlap, there's an echo, and I never know what's being said because it's just whatever you're saying in the YouTube video is being said at the same time as the stuff that's been in the Discord, but there's a 30-second delay. So you'll say something in a Discord and then it gets repeated on the YouTube, and it's just very awkward to be able to understand anything that's going on. So normally I'll have one iPad doing the Discord and one iPad doing the YouTube, and I'll watch it on the YouTube in the background while I'm watching it on the Discord. And then I can hear it firsthand straight away, as it said, real time on the Discord. I don't have to worry about the delay with YouTube because I can turn that iPad completely down. So yeah, that's pretty much. So I end up just going, oh, okay. When I'm streaming, I need one iPad free to be able to read my chat. So it's either YouTube or Discord, and I figure, well, YouTube's better because you need the watch hours and the views on YouTube, so I'm better watching on YouTube rather than listening through the Discord, because that doesn't give you anything. So I hope Jen doesn't think I was being rude because I left before she joined it. She sometimes thinks weird things. Topeka said hi to Jen in my chat one time, and now Jen is spelled Jen, and we have another Jen that comes into our chat spelled Jenn. And when Topeka said hi, Jen, Jen said afterwards, "You don't have to say hello to me, Topeka. It's cool." There was no other Jen in the chat. It was only her. But she thought that we were talking to another Jen because Topeka accidentally put 2 N's and not 1 N. Complete mistake. So, yeah, she gets a little bit... I don't know. I hope she doesn't think that I left just because she was joining or something. But if she did, come on, Jen. I got my own things to do as well. She thinks of funny things sometimes. Not funny ha-ha, just funny weird. Yeah, no, I think Jen's Jen's pretty respectful when she's talking, it seems. She might say a couple of things that are a bit, outlandish when she's texting, and a lot of her stuff doesn't come through properly because she'll phrase things in the wrong way that YouTube. Well, no, she phrases it in the. She'll phrase it in the way that's right if you were standing next to her and she was saying it, but the way she phrases it in text form, sometimes YouTube doesn't like it, and so they hold it for review, or they just don't show the message at all, and she doesn't realise, and then a second message will come up, and it makes no sense because we don't have the first part of the message, and so we like, what are you talking about? And then she gets confused, thinking we're taking the piss out of her, or we don't understand her joke, and it's like, no, we didn't get the first part of the joke. That's why I had to put her in the approved list, because that was happening all the time. So I just grabbed her name, I went to her channel, I grabbed her link, and I went into my YouTube studios, and I stuck it in the approved list. So then she could pretty much say what she wants to say. But every now and then, some of her comments will get held for review anyway, or just get held or not put up because YouTube's like, no, we don't like that. I'll give you an example. This isn't with Jen. This is with someone else. I can't remember the name. They came into me chat, and I was playing DayZ at the time. Now, DayZ has a feature that if you're sick or injured or just don't like the spawn location, you can commit hara-kiri. You can respawn a side. You can kill your character. And it says in there in the options, suicide, and you'll either cut your wrist or stab yourself or do something gory to... It's not really gory, but, you know, YouTube rules, it's gory. And you'll do something, and they'll be like, you know, you'll respawn back in as a new character, fresh. No, you spawn as a freshie. And the person that came in seeing me playing DayZ, they were like, oh, cool, I haven't been in DayZ for a long time. I was like, yeah, DayZ's still pretty good, runs pretty good. They were asking me questions. And then they were like, your chat won't let me ask a question. And I was like, well, what is it? And they said every time I put the question in, it deletes. YouTube deletes it, or someone's deleting it. And I let them know no one's deleting it, because if someone in the chat was deleting it, you'd be told it was deleted by whoever deleted it. For example, if Pornstar's a mod, if he was to delete something, it would say this message was deleted by Pornstar JR. And I let them know, no, we're not deleting it. And I said, do it one word at a time. So they started putting it in message one word at a time. And they went, can you still kill yourself in this game? As soon as they wrote the word kill, I knew exactly what they were trying to ask. And I said, yeah, you can still commit suicide in the game. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. That's all they wanted to know. But YouTube was, every time they were asking, can you kill yourself? Can you still kill yourself? And YouTube was thinking, oh, he's saying, can you kill yourself to the host? We can't have people threatening the host like that. And, couldn't even make it across the road. So YouTube's algorithm thingy was going, no, that's a threat. Because people tell people to kill themselves. And YouTube algorithm didn't understand that the game I was playing had that option. So sometimes the way people word a sentence will make YouTube go, no, you can't ask that question. Because the YouTube algorithm itself doesn't understand the context behind the game/question. Sometimes, you get some sneaky people. Oh, there's some sneaky people out there. They'll go, my messages aren't coming through. And I just, I'd say to them, you're not being made a mod. All right, then. Well, I'll leave. It's like, yeah, because you're trying to... Because some will go, my messages aren't coming through. And it's like, your message to tell me your message ain't coming through came through, which means it's clearly in the way you're sending the message. And if you don't know how to conduct yourself on YouTube, and you don't know how to word something in a way that I know it's a tough thing. People will be sitting there going, well, how do I fucking know what the algorithm's going to think is wrong or not? Nope, totally get it. But there are some people out there that'll do the whole, my words aren't coming through, my messages aren't coming through. And maybe you should make me a mod and it'll stop from happening. And it's like, no. Some people use it as an excuse to get made a mod. I've seen it. I'll just make you a mod quickly so then you can actually say whatever you want to say. A handful of people come back into my chat when I say, all right, I'll put you in the approved list. They come back into my chat. A couple of them don't. They didn't get made a mod, so they're not interested in coming back. I got less than 15 mods. I don't need any more mods, any more than that. 15's plenty. If I get 1 million subscribers and like 20,000 people watching my stream at any one time, I might consider more mods. But at the moment, nah. I don't need to worry about that. Give me a drink. I'll read that in a second. Alright. I think your being on there made her mad because she didn't get to talk on there, but I would have been hella distracted anyway. Whenever I'm playing games on the hardest difficulty, I got to focus because I just get mad and quit. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, they ain't slick. I can hardly say anything in this one person's chat. They was like, yeah, Jay, I'm just make you a mod. I didn't ask to be one though. Well, I made you a mod because I never really had a problem with you speaking. You never bring it up as an issue beforehand. But as soon as you got your message deleted, and I was like, well, I know who this person is. That was one of my mods, and they were a little bit overzealous to ban you and block you. And I was like, no. That's why I don't have a lot of mods. I like my mods to just chill. If for some reason I need a mod to do something, I might ask a mod to do something, but for the most part, it's right there at my fingertips. Everybody should make sure, whenever they're streaming, they have access to their chat and that they have the ability to do something with their chat straight away. The worst thing is when you're in someone's chat and you see someone go, can a mod do something? And there's no mods in there. And the person's just like going, oh, can someone please remove that troll, please? I want that troll removed. All right. Because you're asking someone to remove that troll, guess what the troll knows? The troll knows you can't do it yourself. Or you're too lazy to do it yourself. The troll needs to know that you'll stop what you're doing right there and then and take care of it yourself. You don't need to ask people. Yep. I know him through Googs. I know him. Well, actually, I knew you through DDG before Googs. I didn't even know that you went to Googs' channel. I knew you through DDG, though. I mean, I go in the Googs' every now and then too. I go into his channel every now and then. Sometimes Goog streams at a time when I'm not able to actually be in there. You know, I don't have the... It's like, it's not appropriate timing for me to be there, so I miss it. You know? Not because I don't like Googs or anything. It's just that Googs is streaming at weird times. He doesn't have a schedule. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a schedule either. I just stream when I got time, when I feel like it. I'd say at least 99% of the people that I'm subscribed to, I couldn't recommend to my grandkids. There's no way I could recommend them to my grandkids. I couldn't say, hey, grandkids, go watch this. Even if they play games that my grandkids love, nah, just can't do it. I know people that play Spider-Man, but they get so bitchy when a troll comes in and they just get all cry and they end the stream, and I don't want someone teaching my grandkids that sort of attitude. Yeah, Goog's a pretty random timing. Good for him. You know, as long as... That's the thing. You got a channel... I'm caught in two minds. A part of me says, if you got a channel, you should have something on it. There's another part of my brain that goes, nah, that's up to them. If they don't want to have something on their channel, that's their choice. Another little part of my brain goes, yeah, you're right. Another part of my brain goes, yeah, but I'd like to go and watch something of theirs. When I go to people's channels and someone drops a link in and they say, go check this channel out, and the channel's got nothing in it, no videos, go give them a sub. They got no videos, no shorts, no lives. I don't subscribe. Oh, I stopped. I used to subscribe, so I'm probably still subscribed to a few channels that don't have anything on it. But I ended up stopping. I just go to the channel, see that, and I just leave. I just go back to the channel I was originally watching. I try to only recommend channels as well that have I try to only recommend channels that actually have stuff on it to watch as well. Jen used to be a mod in my channel. But I removed it. Jen didn't necessarily do anything wrong. Just I let Jen become a mod, and then she gave that channel to her son, or her son stole the channel. She gave two different reasons on that. One, it was my son stole my channel. Then it was, I gave my son the channel. And the name got changed to Not a Scammer. And once I realised that, I removed the mod. Because I gave Jen moderation. And at the time, she said her child was 12 or 13. So I gave Jen the adult moderation. I didn't give a child moderation to my channel, so I removed it. And when Jen came back with a new channel, I was like, well, I already gave you mod once before. I'm not going to give you mod again if you're just going to give your channel away. And I'm not saying she is going to do that, but, she might. So that's why Jen doesn't have a mod in mine. Yeah. Well, I woke up at 1 o'clock, and when I came into the Discord, all I could see was when I came into the chat in Discord, I was in my room, in my bedroom. Topeka was asleep next to me, so I wasn't talking very much because I didn't want to wake her up. And then I could hear you that you were playing with Novi, and I was like, is he live? All I can see was a white screen of your computer stuff on your screen. Like, I couldn't even see a game on it. And then I asked, are you live? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, I'm going to have to go check, because I didn't get no notification or anything like that. Yeah. I mean, it was nothing personal to Jen or anything like that. But I have that my channel's not for people under the age of 18. So it'd be very hypocritical of me to have a mod that's 13 years old, 12 or 13 years old. So that was the reason why I removed the mod. But Jen's Aura used to have mod in my channel. I just haven't given her back because I don't know what her plans are in the future. Ah, yes, okay, so that's what it was. Yeah, I was confused. That's why you heard me faintly ask, "Are you live?" Because I wasn't trying to be loud because Topeka was sleeping next to me.
Let's leave.
And because our TV was set on watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well, so, I got the TV going in the background. When I talk on a Discord, I try to go in another room where there's no other noises. Like, even when I was chatting and that beforehand, I was editing the whole time, but I had a headset on, so I could faintly hear what you were talking about every now and then. I have to take the headset off every now and then so I could chime in if I had something I wanted to chime in with. But just so that my game that I was recording and editing wasn't noisy in the background. Yeah, I was like, "G'day, mate." So normally at that time, whatever time that was for you, if I come in around that time, or even this time now, I'll generally be very, very quiet because Topeka's asleep right next to me. I normally wake up, stretch in the bed, grab my iPad that's next to me, and check a few things out on YouTube to see if there's anything I need to look at. Okay, there's no cars to be done there. So, The Bride of Zombie. I'm pretty sure there's already something like that. Bride of Frankenstein, Bride of Chucky. Can't believe no one's done a movie called The Bride of Zombies. Or The Bride of Zombie. I don't know. Wedding video of Rob Zombie getting married to Cheryl Moon. Cheryl Moon Zombie now. There are still people out there that 100% do not believe for a minute that me and Topeka are actually married. That's because a lot of people say they're boyfriend and girlfriend or married, or mainly boyfriend and girlfriend on YouTube. That ain't. See, if I was GTA San Andreas hitting triangle, I would have just jumped and kicked him off the bike and landed on it. Zombie Bride. I think I've seen Zombie Bride. It was a corny B-grade movie, but still interesting enough. Bride of the Zombies. No, I haven't seen that one yet. Another car can be towed. Move. Whoops, 1 star. Well, I don't know about the best couple on YouTube. I mean, Topeka doesn't want to show her face. I've showed my face on YouTube. She doesn't want to show her face. She doesn't even like it when I use her face in videos, which I have. If you look at the shorts, if you go and look at the shorts, you can see Topeka. You can see what she looks like. She's in 2 of them. She's in a Titanic-y one that I did, and just a women one I did. I used her face for it. They don't look too good. They don't look good as compared to the real thing. But so some people think that she mustn't be real. But she is definitely 100% real and really my wife. Live in the same house and everything. Almost 30 years. But I guess other than, there's no real proof online that anybody can go, well, that's 100% proves that they're husband and wife. It's like, no. So I can't prove it. But there are certain people that are online that will say certain things when they know that it's a guy. They'll say, they're women, they'll say certain things to a guy and they don't ever stop to think whether the person is in a relationship. Not mentioning any names here. Well, no, everybody has the right to think, oh, these guys might be not really together. They have the right to think that. There's no real evidence out there to prove one way or the other. It's just everybody's got to either take mine and Topeka's word that we're husband and wife. That's generally basically it. Everybody has to take our word for it. Some have taken our word for it, and some, might be skeptical and think it's just another one of those bullshit relationships that you hear on YouTube. Yeah, I know I don't have to prove it. I mean, people don't understand when they can hear her in the background of a headset. It's not coming through clearly on a headset. It's coming through the background. It's not an audio. It's actually her coming through the background, and stuff like that. They don't realise it. And I've also walked into the room while Topeka's in the same stream as me, and she was in a different room, and I've walked in there with the headset, and people could hear the difference of the echo and the changing of the rooms, and then hearing the feedback and the double feedback between us. So if people are smart enough, they could figure it out. Oh, it definitely is a real relationship. There are some ladies out there that will say things as like, oh, I'm married, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, to who? Topeka. And then they'll be like, yeah. And they'll still make jokes, like, hey, zombie, I wouldn't mind getting your balls and go on your balls. And it's like, fuck you, I'm fucking married. You fucking idiot. Do you ever stop to consider my wife? You ever stop to consider my wife might be thinking, oi, that's a bit inappropriate, dickhead? I still have that sort of shit every now and then. Topeka doesn't give a shit. Like, she doesn't sit there and cry and wallow and just go, oh my God, people are trying to steal my man or anything like that. She'll worry about if the person's knocking on the front door going, I'm here for zombie. Then she'll worry about it then. Just like me, when people have said the same sort of thing to me, I had someone tell me, oh, I was gonna fucking start chatting her up. She's your wife? Yes. I was going to start chatting her up. Well, you can if you want. It won't work. Oh, I'm pretty sure it will because I'm a pretty blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, no. You can try. Go for it. Try. It's not going to work. And I'm not going to get all defensive about it and go, you talk about my woman. She's my woman. I'll fight you under the bleachers at 12. Because unless they're knocking on my door going, I flew all the way over here, I want to take Topeka away. Depending on the day, I might go, there she is, fucking pack her bags, take her. Depending on the day, she might say the same thing. Fuck him, he's being an arsehole, you can have him. But yeah, I mean, we don't take offence of it. But we know of other couples that are real on YouTube. And we can understand if they were to take offence to it. We can understand how some people might take offence to it. Depending on if they've had any issues in their relationship before or, whatever. Some people have had relationship issues in the past, so therefore their trust issues are a bit frayed, shall we say. So, you know, maybe it might affect their relationship. There's some people that actually come in saying these comments, you know, might not realise or care enough that it could actually be affecting a relationship. Even if they're not the one responsible for the main thing that happened in the relationship, some people don't understand. Jealous minds are jealous minds. Me and Topeka, we don't have that issue. Or at least no one on YouTube is making us look into those issues. Now, if it was someone that was streaming and they lived right next door, on the same street, in the same town, within 20 minutes driving distance, we might be worried. One of us might be worried. But that's not the case. I was talking about trolls before, and it's like when the troll was saying he was going to rape Topeka and rape the kids and rape the grandkids and all that sort of stuff. A lot of people were that I've said it to said, "Oh, I would have been furious," and they said that. It's like, yeah, of course there's a part of me going, dude, if you said that right next to me, I'd fucking smash your face in. But there was no need to get furious with it being said in a text on a live stream, because they were trying to just get a reaction out of me. If I gave them a reaction, I'd be feeding into what they wanted. Second, they're not able to do anything unless they're knocking on my door. And the day they knock on my door and go, here, I'm here to rape your kids or rape your wife, they're never leaving the property alive. That's just a fact. That's not me talking myself up or anything like that. That's just facts. I'll kill them right there and then. I don't even care if they were like, no, I was only joking, I was just being a troll. Too late now. You're dead. Wouldn't be very much to be able to save them.
Almost here? Nice! We can get the car ready to be disassembled, which means payment won't be far.
We might be talking about the same person here that makes these same sort of comments. Hey, no fire hydrant. I'm in the wrong bit, that's why. I turned too early. Remind me never to fuck with you, zombie. Ah! G'day, Jimmy, how you going? You'd be the same way though, LSB. You'd be the same way. If someone turned up at your doorstep and said they wanted to, you know, hi, I'm here to rape your wife, you'd be like, you're dying right now on the spot. You ain't leaving the property alive. You know, there are just certain phrases, certain things you can safely say from miles and miles, from 10,000 miles away. You can safely say it. No one's going to punch you in the head. But there are certain things, you know, you just can't say right next to a person because they might get you a punch in the head. That's why I don't have a solid slab in my shed, mate. I got pavers. You can lift them up and put them back down again. Hide a body under there. We'd all be the same way. If someone knocked on our door and said it about our mother, our father, our fucking sister, our kids, our grandkids, said about someone we care about, we'd all be the same way. Oh, you dying right now, cunt. Oh, you're not even going to put me in hospital? Nah, I can't take the chance you might get out and actually do it. You're right here on my doorstep. You turned up on my doorstep. I can't take a chance. Better if I just eliminate you now out of the population, deal with the fallout and ask for forgiveness. Driving to jerk. You know, has anyone ever told you, Jimmy, you can just jerk off at home? If you're going to drive somewhere to jerk off, mate, that's well, commitment for starters. He's got the jokes. It's early in the morning. Driving to work. Some people's line of work is jerking. I'm not judging. All right, no cars, no tow trucks. Let's go see if the two Andys are back. Some people jerk people, then they twerk for them, then they go to work. Some people jerking and twerking is all part of the working. Jerking, twerking, working. Yep, that works. Well, drive safe there, Jimmy. Don't get caught on the phone. What's the fine for that nowadays? Too much. Let's play the Jurassic World game. Hey, the two Andys are back. Come on, Andys. It's time for you to go out.
Sure.
And Andy number 2.
Sure.
500. What's the longest you've had to travel for a job? Jimmy, what's the longest you've had to travel? 100 kilometres, 200 kilometres, 500 kilometres? At some point, you just got to hand the job off to somebody else, right? It's got to be really good money to be able to justify that. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're driving a couple of 100 kilometres to a job and you know the job's going to take you several days, you're almost better off getting a hotel in the area if they have hotels.
See me at the club tomorrow.
$500. I'm going to see it. I'm going to assume that's 500 for a fucker talking on the phone. Fine. 200 Ks last week. Yeah, that's a hike. That's a hike. I can't quite remember the conversion from kilometres to miles, but it's a lot. A 1,000 metres is a kilometre. These vans here, all you got to do for these. Oh, come on, you dick! I hate that jump around shit. Where it does that. That jump around shit it does while you're trying to pick it up, and it's like, no, you're on it right there. Why'd you move? Why'd you move? Why'd you move? It'll get you killed. Idiot. Where's your friend? Shoot him and his pissant little friend. Pissant. Gotta start using that word more often.
Madam, what can I do for you? Call back if you need
I am lucky though, that for the most part, I have this look about my body and my face and my hair and my beard and the way I look when I'm out in public. That makes it so then most people look at me and go, yeah, I'm not going to tangle with that guy. I'm a big pussycat, though. I'm a big pussycat. I'm not strong. I'm not tough. I'm not the best at fighting or anything like that. I can fight. I can hold my own, but I'm not fucking Superman or anything like that.
Nice to see you, miss. Bets, please.
But, I've just got that. I'm lucky I have that look about me. There are some people that are just like, they do tangle with me. Oh, we both have 8. All right, I'm going to sit on my 8 and you can fucking shove it up your ass.
We have 11, and the dealer wins.
You suck balls, man. You big-lipped motherfucker.
If you're betting, get it down. And no more bets. Good luck, folks.
Look at his lips. His whole jaw's weird. I got 9, you got 3. We're going to sit. I'm playing the lows, man.
And a 9. Look at that. Dealer wins. Let's get those bets in.
There's 20 grand down. Let's go for 21. I would have put 21,000 down on 21 game, but nope.
We have a 6. Care for another card?
No, I do not.
And we're at 11. And the dealer wins.
He says it so smugly, like he knew automatically.
It's good to stop before you bet the college fund, right?
If you met my kids, dude, ain't none of them going to college. We're in Australia. We have university, not college. Actually, we do have places here called colleges, but they just Personally, I don't trust anything in Australia that has the word college attached to it. Like there's a place called Kobe Catholic College. I don't trust it. It's because it's not a word we use here in Australia to define higher education. We use the word university. Alright. So that's nearly $1 million we've collected already in the game so far. We had to spend a little bit to make some of that money. I haven't done any bails or anything like that. I've just sent the 2 Andys out on their job. I haven't done any major missions or anything like that. Driven a couple of people home from the nightclub.
I can bring them around. It's on the way.
Picked up a couple of cars. Dropped off a couple of cars. And that's it. I haven't been doing anything significant. College. Yeah, we have places around Australia that do have the word college in them. But it doesn't mean they should be treated like colleges in America. They are not necessarily all the same. Like Kobe Catholic College was basically a high school. It wasn't even a college. They just gave themselves that name because they're a private school. Private schools give themselves names like that all the time. Like, you might go to a college in America to become a doctor. But you go to a university here in Australia to become a doctor. I think it is. I think. While me and Topeka might both have what Australia considers college degrees in business, business Cert 1 and Cert 2, that doesn't mean we're university degrees in business, Cert 1 and Cert 2. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't take very much to get those degrees. I don't want to make them sound like they're way easy to get. It takes a little bit of work, but it's not a big struggle. You're not spending years and years and years in college or university to have to do that. Still got 2 cars there. Yep, cool. And then, of course, you got TAFE College here in Australia, TAFE College is a glorified high school. Sorry to those people in Australia that went to TAFE. It is just a glorified high school. Not many people getting their doctor degree, becoming a doctor or getting a doctorate at TAFE. TAFE will teach you a lot of things. but it is not the same as a university or a college. Close, but it's not the same. TAFE is definitely good if you didn't finish high school and you want to go and finish your high school instead of being an adult walking around a high school having all the young cunts come up to you going, can you buy me a pack of smokes? Can you buy me a pack of smokes? At least with TAFE, you're more around adults. So if you're an adult in Australia and you haven't got your year 10, year 11, year 12, go to TAFE, you can get them. I think TAFE is Australia-wide. Actually, I think TAFE is recognised Australia-wide. Whether they have facilities Australia-wide, I don't know. Person to drive home. Cool. This will put the nightclub back to 100%. If you're not keeping your nightclub at 100%, then you're missing out on money. Whenever you drive a person home, it's like $1,400, providing you don't smash up the car or spook the person. Whenever you throw a person out on their head, that's $10,000, and you build up your reputation and allow yourself to do some stuff. And just because me and Topeka might have degrees recognised or might have diplomas or whatever you want to call them, certification of, completion for business and other bits and pieces and stuff like that, doesn't make us experts in the subject. And doesn't make us smart enough to be in something like Khan Academy or anything like that. Or Montessori's. We just know the difference between prehistoric and history, and stuff like that. And for those wondering, because their brain might be drawing a blank on what is the difference again? Prehistoric just means prehistory, before it started getting written down. So technically, a lot of artifacts that are found, right, in tribes, because there's no written documentation, some people will go, well, that's history. Oh, well, no one documented it, therefore it's prehistoric. It's prehistory. Just means before we started documenting shit down. And some people think, but there was cave paintings and they drew pictures. That is not history. That's just some drawings that were done. Yes, it was done in the past, and it's old, and you can say it's antique, and it's borderline history, but it doesn't confirm anything. And if people believe it must be true because there was a cave painting, that doesn't mean anything unless you got documentation of anything that was written down alongside it. You could translate it to know what it means. Then the pictures could mean literally anything. For example, cave paintings in Australia that Aboriginals have done of giant kangaroos and giant emus. Yes, there could have been giant mammals and marsupials and birds and shit like that in Australia, no doubt. But you can't just say because there's cave paintings, that's the proof that they existed. That's not enough evidence to prove that. That's just evidence that someone was artistic back in the day. That's all. I've had this debate with people before, and they're like, yes, but Aboriginals used to hand down stories through, they used to hand down knowledge through stories. And it's like, uh-huh. And you ever play the Whispering War? The Whisper game? In school? Where you whisper something in one kid's ear and, the teacher knows exactly what's being said. The teacher gives one kid a piece of paper of the sentence that needs to be said, whispered into the other kid's ear. And that kid whispers it, and that kid whispers it, and that kid whispers it, and that kid whispers it. 9 times out of 10, majority of the times, when it gets back to the last person, it's a total different sentence. Not even close to what the teacher had written on the piece of paper to start with. And if that can happen in a space of 5 minutes in a classroom, imagine what could happen. Imagine the stuff that could be forgotten or mistranslated or misspoken or misunderstood that could be translated over thousands of years. Or, described to somebody over thousands of years. No matter where you go, don't have to be Aboriginals, can be Native American Indians, could be people from Africa, same deal. Here's the biggest proof that just because drawings in caves and people hand down stories, see, even people in Africa used to hand down stories, all right? Every culture has handed down stories, either through written or tongue, have done it either way. Yet somehow each one of them forgot that we all come from fucking Africa. No cave painting somewhere in Africa describing how we all come from the same place and that some group decided to go wandering off towards Europe and got stuck. No cave paintings in Europe saying, oh, we used to be black and we used to come from Africa, but some of our ancestors are starting to turn lighter colours because they're now in Europe. No. There's none of that shit. Because shit gets left out. Shit gets left out. I can't tell you the reasons why it gets left out because I don't know. None of us know. We'll probably never ever know. Strange thing to think about. If one was to think about it, most people probably don't think about it. They just accept life for how it is. I do to a certain extent. I can go, yeah, I got this genetics in me from this people, that people, that people, that people, rattle off hundreds of different nationalities and tribes from around the world of where I can trace my ancestry back. But I could shorten that by just going, yep, I come from Africa just like everybody else on Earth. We all come from Africa. I can shorten it, But people don't necessarily see that. Some people see themselves, they go, but I'm lily white, blonde hair, blue eyes. How the fuck can I be related to people from Africa? They're dark. They got brown eyes, dark hair. Dark skin. How's that possible? It's like, yeah, that's evolution. That takes thousands of years of time. It didn't happen overnight. Right, so we drove that clown home, so we're back at full chip at the nightclub. Whoops. Andy's away. Cars are done. Alright. I've given I've put a couple of $100,000 in me chips as well, so you know, would have made us at 2 mil tonight. Don't think we're going to get any more right this second.
Ah,
No.
madam, what can I do for you?
Well, you can suck my lady balls, my blue lady balls. Well, almost at 2 mil. If I played a little bit longer, I'd probably get there. But I'm going to jump off now because that's what, almost 4 hours? Exactly, almost 4 hours. 3 minutes until 4 hours. So big shout out to everyone that came in. Pornstar JR, the amazing LSB. Jimmy, shout out to you, mate. Shout out to Twisted. Shout out to Vinco. Shout out to Fast Moon. Shout out to Seven and the amazing, wonderful, lovely Topeka. Anybody else that might have been lurking, big shout out to you all. But I'm going to jump off, go have some breakfast, have my medicine, probably pass out. Big shout out to you all, and I'll catch you all later on. I'm out, I'm dust. See ya.